This video will explain the ARCAD for DevOps tool stack and what's available to an IBM developer. We'll show you a developer using the software making a change, and we'll hit on some key points along the way. The software can be used by a developer using a 5250 interface or new modern tools like RDI. It assists in the analysis phase with Observer. This is cross-platform cross-reference. Skipper then covers source code management. It's interfaced with Git. CodeChecker can be used to monitor the code being developed for quality standards. And Builder makes sure that things are done right on the IBM i. It knows about dependencies, and it knows how to create things in the correct order. The support doesn't stop there. Once things are created, ARCAD helps you test. iUnit tests program functionality, and Verifier can do complete regression testing. And of course, we can help deploy your finished components, whether that be to another IBM i, another platform, or the cloud. You might think a process like this would add a lot of overhead, but it doesn't. ARCAD is interfaced with tools like Git, GitHub, Jira, Jenkins. All of these tools provide automation. The driving force behind these tools is to make life easier. Let's follow a developer through a simple change and see how these tools support them along the way. Here's a developer who's been asked to change a display file in a 5250 application. As you can see, it's displaying 3 decimal places. We want it to display 2. Since we're using Git for our source control and our single source repository, we'll create branches to do this work on. First, we're creating a release branch. The release branch collects changes from sandbox branches. Next, we'll create the sandbox branch. The sandbox branch is where a developer does their work. While this is happening, a webhook is being fired that is creating corresponding versions within the ARCAD system. You can see those versions here. The developer will work in the sandbox branch. It's a child version of the released branch. Here you see them using the repository and Observer to locate the item that they wish to change and checking it out. You can check out any number of components to a version. The checkout is actually a pull from the Git repository. The workflow for an IBM i developer changes very little. They edit the components the way they always have, make their changes the way they always have, compile the way they always have, and test the way they always have. Testing is also made easier using the ARCAD tools. Here you see CodeChecker in use, enforcing code quality. The developer has launched this from the version. They'll instantly receive feedback on how well their code adheres to company standards. This version contains a module, so here you see the developer using iUnit to test the procedures within the module. This greatly simplifies the testing process. These are pre-recorded tests that can be used again and again to test the functionality of your programs. Remember, Git is being used as our source control. So when a developer completes their changes, they right-click and they perform an export to SCM. This is actually the push back to the branch in the Git repository. Here's the push the developer just made. Now the code can be reviewed, and if it looks okay, we can pull it onto the release branch. Here you see that process being done. The developer can make further changes and push again. This process can be repeated. And now, automation takes over. Here's CloudBees CI. You can use other tools as well. Here we've set up a pipeline. When we merged onto the release branch, we triggered a webhook. This is DevOps for IBM i. This is doing everything that needs to get done to get the release version ready for deployment, and it's doing it automatically. It's using the same tools that the developer used to test everything again. It's even performing full regression testing using Verifier, and then it can deploy the version to where it needs to be tested properly. The results of the process are viewable immediately. You can see all test results, code quality, iUnit, Verifier, and so on. You'll know instantly if there's anything wrong or anything that you need to look at. So our change is in place in the test environment, and once it's approved, it will move to the production environment. Of course, ARCAD will use the same repeatable process to update production. That eliminates risk. Automation is a central point to DevOps, and it's a key to its success. And ARCAD is providing automation throughout the development process, from analysis all the way through deployment to your production servers. ARCAD's tools are open and integrated with the enterprise tools you're already using today. This allows you to have a single enterprise-wide pipeline across all your technologies. And all this is provided in an interface that's easily shareable by experienced IBM developers and the new generation of developers coming to the platform. Thank you for watching. For more videos and other information, please visit our website at www.arcadsoftware.com.